dígrit gach duine agus tá fáilte lomh roimh go léir go dtí an dar cluthe nu I bach an Corcaigh. So about cheathrú chenas duna fierce duna sínsir dúbalta. Nish sa dar clá sa dar cluthe tá chorcaigh in Kildare. And we have Michael Hedigan and Daniel Relihan, last year's losing finalists, up against Paul Moran and Kevin Diggins, who are the losing finalists in intermediate last year. So we should hopefully have an interesting game here. In the first game we saw Clare kind of powering their way home to defeat Wexford after maybe an initial kind of tight contest early in the first game, and when Clare finally got into their groove, they definitely weren't in the mood for messing around and finished the game quickly. So we might see a closer contest here now in the second game. Cork will be hoping to return back to the final again this year and rectify the mistakes last year. Last year in the final they were leading in the first game 17-12, 17-13 roughly, and they looked at least to be taking the first game. Clare came back and snatched the win, and Cork got a bit stuck on serves, couldn't get the aces, and then losing the first game seemed to take the wind out of the sails of Clare, of Cork even, and Clare kind of kept going in the second game and had quite a big lead. Cork coming back towards the end, but couldn't make up the deficit, and Clare taking the title then. So Cork looking to come back and go one step further this year. Agus don dar Clare tá áthas fáilte chu raibh John Walsh an seo lumsa níis chun a thuairtum tá fáilte ráitein.
Gur mágad Pascal chuna sáú hain with new leis an clifa seo.
Tá mise freisin. Tá ceachlór is tú féin.
Gra to make two more le shot in a Ray Torks Kildare on Dare Shock and a Shakacha, so to make two be the Ekal in action Rish. And tell me this, Bosco, how has the mood been in Liscarroll this week ahead of this game?
The lads actually came up on Wednesday night just to kind of get used to the court. I think we saw in the last game maybe that Gavin Bugry maybe struggled a bit in the back left corner. I don't know, was it with the glass walls, or was it just wasn't feeling it today, but he did seem to kind of misjudge a few balls, and Daniel and Michael from their experience last year struggles early on in this alley, came up this week. They played a couple of games here and kind of got used to it again, so I think they're looking forward to this year. I was just saying, losing finalists last year, they were going very well in the first game, and this year they'd be hoping to go one step further and rectify the mistakes they had last year.
Absolutely. Well, the glass is going to be a challenge for all the players for sure, but as I said, you would expect now the Cork experience will see them win the day here. I know Kildare last weekend did not play in the show court, so it'll be interesting to see how they cope with it all. Particularly when you're on the right hand side there, I think perhaps what Gavin Buggy might have struggled with a little bit a couple of times was, I think the back right corner is the hardest place to take a back ball when the camera's staring right at you. I don't really know how the players do it, but we'll see how they all cope with it now today. A few things I'm looking forward to seeing here. Kevin Diggins on the left hand side there for Kildare, great power serves, great precision with his shots. Paul Moran then of course is very, very steady on the right. He's going to be retrieving a lot of balls. He was picking some fantastic balls last weekend, but I think it's fair to say the master of picking balls in this game is likely to be Michael Hedigan with those two shovels he has for hands. And I don't know, will we see some magic shots out of Daniel Relihan today too?
Possibly. We were, Daniel and Michael and myself even, were in America last month for the pro stop in St. Louis, Missouri, and I think he confounded some of the Americans with his tomahawk shot. He got quite a questionable nickname out of it, Dr. Tomahawk, which don't think it's going to catch over this side of the Atlantic.
Well, we'll do our best with this set of commentary now, Bosco. Maybe we can make Dr. Tomahawk stick. Of course, we'll just wait and see how many of these he can hit today, whether he needs to. We'll see how it all goes.
I think they did switch it. It was the surgeon then after that, surgeon Tomahawk, I think. I think in the end they maybe switched the final one was the surgeon, but then they had a new one in the article. Tomahillan, I think was a play on Dr. Tomahawk and his second name. Yeah, I don't think those nicknames will be sticking maybe over this side, but we'll see how many he pulls out today.
Let's see. It looks like we're close enough to getting the action started. Referee Paul Gaffney in charge of this one today. I think he had a fantastic performance as referee in the few games that he refereed last weekend. I know refereeing is a job that nobody likes to do, but in fairness to Park, he did 2 senior games in a row last weekend, one of which went to a tiebreaker. It's an exhausting job. I know it's very hard to stand and pay attention to the ball when it's moving so quickly, and also a tricky job to do when you're standing out in the middle of the crowd.
Senior quarterfinals in the O'Neills.com Senior Championship. Serving from Cork will be Daniel Relihan and Michael Hedigan, and receiving from Kildare, Kevin Diggins and Paul Moran. 2 games to 21 and a tiebreaker to 11 if required. 0-0, play ball.
Here we go, starting off. Cork ready to serve in the first one.
You were mentioning a while ago, John, about Michael Hedigan being one of the best right-sided players and well able to pick the ball. Daniel and Michael playing with Liscarroll the end of last year. They did win the senior interclub here, but I think that day the semi-final, some of the junior B players were waiting to play their All-Ireland final straight after Liscarroll semi-final, and one of them witnessed Michael for the first time, and I think gobsmacked was the most
that's fair.
apt word to use.
Most of us are gobsmacked from.
He couldn't quite believe what was happening in front of his eyes, but we might see some of those shots again today.
We do.
No good. Second hand.
Paul Moore just narrowly missing a corner kick. It was the right shot to go for. Let's see if we can do with a serve. It's looking like a nice rally to get things started.
Mark.
Daniel with a miscue there, but
1 serving 0.
we could see in the last game as well they kind of took both sets of players a few rallies,
Second serve.
kind of settle into the game and figure things out, and particularly early in the morning to kind of warm up into playing handball.
Mark.
Yeah, I'd say
Particularly at championship level, it is quite a step up from
2-0.
from tournament level. That to get into things straight away is quite hard.
Let's just see how Cork settle into this game. They had a long journey down this morning, so that's bound to have had an impact on them. And Kildare, of course, had their win in the Leinster Intermediate Championship yesterday, so plenty of hours on the clock this week for them too. But they've got a nice little early lead here, nice of them to settle one down.
Who did Kildare play in that Leinster Championship last
I
night?
believe it was Kilkenny. Let's see now, nice setup on the back wall here for Darren. Paul picks it well. That one's just gone past him. Oh, and Daniel puts it away. Well done.
You can't be giving Daniel those type of shots in
0 serving
that
3.
close to the front wall.
No, I think he puts them away all day long, but here's a lovely serve from Michael Hedigan there just into the back right glass.
1 serving 3.
To see it.
Because Kildare, of course, were in the All-Ireland final, intermediate All-Ireland final last year, and narrowly losing out to David Walsh and Tyke O'Neill. I suppose they also will be looking to rectify their mistakes from last year and go one step further, similar to Cork in the senior. They'll also be looking to Kildare be looking to go deep in this as well and get good games, good experience, and perhaps do a double themselves. But
absolutely. Well, for now, Cork seem to have totally nullified that early lead that Kildare picked up. And Michael Hedigan with some lovely, consistent serves down the right there into the glass. Let's see what he can do again. He's aiming for the same spot every time anyway.
It was something Michael struggled with for quite a few years. and was maybe something that was quite holding him back quite at seniors.
Four
That
serving
he didn't
three.
really seem to have a consistent serve or a threatening serve, and while it's not the be all and end all, it was harder for him to make aces, and he does like digging things out, but
right now he looks like he's serving consistently and dangerously, so let's see how it lasts.
On the line.
He's using that glass
Second
very
serve.
well. Whatever training he did during the week here, it seems to be standing to him. Nicely put away by Daniel there.
6 serving 3.
Cork have settled into this again now. And
Reserve it.
Well, that'll happen.
Check
4 big
ball.
men in a small court. They're bound to get in each other's way.
Check it.
Daniel trying to float the ball into that right corner.
6 serving 3.
And he's quite a fan of taking things on the fly and going for that spectacular rollout.
You're appealing the
Here's
serve. I
Cork
couldn't
first
see it.
appeal here.
I made no call. The serve. I couldn't see it. Short.
And looks like both
Too
managers
short,
think
second
that it was
serve.
short, so our first appeal, and he keeps his appeal, of course, because it was overruled.
Cork getting a
Serve
reprieve
it.
there after losing the rally.
Check the ball.
And I suppose we've had a few
6 serving
clarifications
3.
of rules in recent times.
Check it.
Here's another one that maybe was a bit
Reserve.
unsure that hitting your partner twice. Some may have called it a second serve, some may not, but
Oh, very well put away there. There's no getting them back, Bosco.
no.
7 serving
Michael
3.
himself would struggle.
Short ball.
He is again aim for that
Second
sense, but
serve.
he's getting a little frustrated with the short balls now, but we'll see now if he can put them out of the rest of the game. Oh, well got with Paul.
Mark.
Even though Cork won that rally, I was impressed with that get by Paul there. Not many can get them back when Daniel
8
Relihan does that
serving
to you.
3.
Oh, there you
Mark.
go. No getting that one back either.
I think
He's aiming for that same spot.
9 serving
Michael
3.
getting frustrated. I think one of his training partners in Cork
Time
commentates
out.
that
It's your first.
even when Michael rolls the ball
1
out, he
minute,
somehow
lads.
still finds a way to get frustrated with himself. So
Score coming back.
um,
It'll be 10
it's
serving
maybe
3.
just a consistent team for Michael in general, and hard to know fully what is going through his head.
Well, I can't see how they'd be frustrated right now with their 10-3 lead after so few minutes. Kildare raced ahead to that early lead, but quickly nullified by Cork, and as far as I can see, Kildare are going to struggle to get Michael Hedigan out of that rhythm of small, consistent serves into the right corner. They're very powerful, very hard to get back.
30 seconds.
Even if he is hitting the odd short, they still seem to be picking it up on the second serve. So,
Yeah,
what do you think Kildare need to do now to establish themselves back into this game?
it's quite hard because even
Need the
the
ball.
last 2 or 3 serves from Michael, they almost cracked off that side wall, and unless you're standing right there waiting, it is very hard to get those back when the serve is
Okay,
that
resuming
consistent.
play. Cork to serve.
It is quite
10
hard to know
serving
sometimes
3,
to do
play ball.
what to do with the Cork pairing in when you're trying to kill. They need to be perfect against Michael because he'll get almost anything that's not perfect
Second
back,
hand.
and if you're forcing Cork back, Daniel has a penchant for going for
10
long range
serving
kills
3.
or pulling out a tomahawk or something like that that'll catch you out, and it's hard to fully know what way to play them. But they do I suppose they do need to definitely force Cork to move backwards a bit more and keep them out of those front lines at least, give themselves any chance.
Absolutely. Well, we saw Daniel serve there quite similar to
Oh,
Wiggles, maybe
reserve
a
it.
bit more power. Getting a reserve there, Glasgow's getting in Shore's way. But let's see now what Daniel does.
10-3.
I predict he's going to hit it straight back into that right corner again.
Mark.
Paul did well to get the serve back, but unfortunately just sets Daniel up in that way.
11 serving
Very
3.
difficult to do anything with a serve that good.
And
Mark.
Doing nothing with that either.
both Cork players just seem to
12
be
serving
the
3.
same panel, that right side wall, just hammering it at the minute. Well, not with that serve, but still might work out.
Mark.
It does. But both their serves seem to be very consistent around the same area, that right side wall, and
13 serving
almost
3.
cracking every time, and it's very hard for Paul to do much about it. And even when he does get it back, he's maybe giving Cork chances to finish the rallies off.
There you go, Michael's first
By the
time
way,
getting caught by the glass there. He'd be disappointed with that one, but they're bound to happen. You can see him there touching the glass, trying to get the grips with it. Yeah, let's see what Kildare can do to try and drag themselves back into the game. Early stages yet.
It's not a bad first innings at your serve to get 13 aces.
Mark.
But Cork players a bit caught by surprise.
4 serving
Kevin maybe
13.
connected that in a different way to what they're expecting.
Talked briefly at the start about Kevin Diggins' serve and his power, so we've seen a few examples of that there. He's not quite cracking it off the glass like he's trying to, but let's see, can he still make something out of this rally?
Second hand.
Not quite this time. Now, last time around, they got 3 quick aces off Paul's serve, so let's see what he can
4
muster up
serving
now.
13.
Kevin is training quite consistently here in Croke Park. I'm sure he's well used to this alley at this stage.
Reserve
replay
it.
here.
Check the ball. 4 serving
Maybe
13.
reading galley isn't quite as much of a problem for him as others who are travelling up.
I imagine that was a lovely corner kill from Paul there. Really nice, clean shot.
5 serving 13.
Paul doesn't seem to play the tournaments as much as other players, but when he does
Second
show up
serve.
for championship, he is
Mark.
he is able to pull out the shots when he needs. And
6 serving 13.
he's a very good player in his own right. And they will be one of the favourites for the intermediate doubles championship as well this year. Especially a left and right combination is always very hard to beat.
Side away.
It's kind of hard to know where exactly you do serve.
13
You're
serving
to
6.
two people's strong hands every time.
Does Michael aim for that same panel again? It's a similar result.
Although Cork don't seem to be having that problem
14
of not knowing
serving
where to
6.
put it today, and down the right, that side wall is really providing quite bountiful returns from.
Second
Well
hand.
finished by Kevin there. Cork just caught on the hop slightly.
14
Michael
6.
couldn't pick that one, but here they are in their second hand. Similar serve again from Daniel. Goes around.
Second,
Again,
or
just
side
getting caught
away.
in the glass a little bit there.
6 serving 14.
So they limited Cork to 1 ace that time, but
Second serve.
they need to start scoring themselves a bit more consistently.
I think so, yeah, they've a little bit of work to do. That's a decent serve from coming around the wall, so let's see now. Lads are on their opposite sides as usual. We're coming back now, but that's nice. Ah,
Shot by
beautiful.
Michael.
Really
Second
great
hand.
shot from the back of the court into the right corner. Really, really nice.
6 serving
Two
14.
Kildare lads were stuck on the right, and smart play by Michael, just forcing it away from them. Shot by
Mark.
Paul.
There, yeah. Really nice. You
Roles
don't,
are reversed in that rally.
you don't have
7
to kill them all.
serving
Half
14.
shots are just as effective.
Serve there. Paul just about getting over the line. Set up here now for Daniel. Can't quite finish it.
Tricky roof shot, Paul did well to get to it there. Well picked. Play's getting a little close, but Cork come
Side
through
away.
with it. I do like this new approach in handball where they're letting games
14
flow in the
serving
doubles and not
7.
calling every single minimal bit of contact.
Yeah, I think particularly at senior level it was a team maybe to give the players a bit more space, but did lead to more replays.
Mark.
Kevin just getting caught by a tricky back wall shot there. Drooping down.
15 serving 7. Check it.
Oh, I'd say Michael will feel that one now. He's a big man though, well used to that, I'd say.
He gets plenty of it on the hurling field. He's not immune to
Second
it.
serve.
He's quite annoying in the hurling field as well, so he brings a lot of it on himself.
Second serve.
Well retrieved there, Michael.
shot there from Paul.
Lovely
Daniel
shot from Paul, yeah.
almost gets it back up, but couldn't quite.
Hand out, second hand.
I think most players will struggle to get that one back.
15,
Really, really
seven.
good shot by Paul. A lot of good play from Kildare here. They just don't seem to be making the marks when they're getting in.
Side away.
But let's see. Chance to do it now. Let's see what kind of serve
Seven serving
Kevin Diggins
15.
can muster up here.
Again, limiting Cork to 1 ace and that, but they are quite a bit behind, so you need to start making up there.
Mark.
Help from Paul.
Yeah, that really strong initial burst from Cork when they got in for their second serve
serving
of the day
15.
really seems to be coming back to bite Kildare now. It's a lovely serve. Let's see what Daniel's doing. This is opposite putting it around. Maybe to try and disorient the Kildare players with the glass a little bit. Let's see what he can do with this one. He's
Mark.
Daniel
caught
does
by
seem
the
to
glass
be,
again, yeah.
struggling with that right side wall a couple of times.
9 serving 15.
He's trying to rush it a bit too much, I think.
And all of a sudden then we're back to 9:15. Game isn't over yet. Kildare still have some work to catch up to Cork here, but Cork by no means running away with it as they were at the start of the game.
How good?
Paul couldn't quite finish that off.
Yeah, just skipped up a little bit
Second
there.
hand.
He had a couple of chances, but
9 serving 15.
couldn't get through it enough.
Check it. Reserve.
Running into the ball there himself.
Mark.
Unlucky, yeah.
10
Another
serving
let off for
15.
Kildare here, and they're crawling back into this at 10:15.
Right serve by Paul. Daniel digs it out, just finishes off the second time.
Yeah, Pyrrhic victory for Daniel there, getting that first one back. He was always going to be caught out of position for that second ball.
11
Paul
serving
planted it right back to
15.
him very cleverly.
Getting the defence.
Well retrieved there. He did well to get to that. And Diggins puts it away then.
Time out. It's your first.
Here we see Cork taking
Score
their time out
coming
here
back.
just to
It'll be
slow things
12
down a little
serving
bit.
15. 1 minute.
I've been very impressed with Kildare's play now the last 10 minutes or so, particularly from Paul on the right. He's hitting some very clever shots.
Yeah, they've kept Cork back a lot more than at the start of the game, and we've seen the rewards they're getting back into this game. They're only 4 aces behind now again. So it'll be interesting to see can Cork get that burst again that they had at the start of the game, finish off game 1, or will Kildare come from way back and take this game as well.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of a theft on our hands here. Kildare could steal this
20
game.
seconds.
Senior level, of course, the games constantly ebb and flow and momentum back and forth. It's
Check
quite hard
ball.
to call most
Resume
games
and play.
until the very
Kildare
end.
to serve. A score of 12-15.
And Kildare here
12-15
with one
in 3
hand
aces
gone.
now already.
Kildare just with one hand left, so let's see what Paul Moran can do.
Daniel with a good defensive shot though.
Side away.
Very tricky one off that back wall there after it hits the roof. They kind of just droop down. Very hard to get your hand on.
15 serving 12.
So you can Cork get their serve working again now, as like it was early in this game.
Well, there's another
Hedigan.
trademark Michael Hedigan serve there.
Be hoping to a few more of those at the end of this first game.
16 serving 12.
If we have another strong patch from here, they could close the game out here and now. But let's see. Still 5 marks to go. Oh, well, not if Paul Moran has anything to do about it. Look at that. Absolutely great shot.
Popped up
16
from
12.
serve and gave Paul a chance. He didn't need a second invitation. Riley here now.
Kevin going to try and put us down. Opposite go around. Let's see now.
Paul with a chance chance now to finish this off. Doesn't quite go for it, goes defensively, and
Michael puts it away then.
punishes it.
Fairness to Paul, the ball seemed to just skip out of his line for the kill at the end there, so he just had to keep it up on the wall. Here we go, it's 17-12 for Cork.
Sure ball! On the line.
Kildare appealing this one. It was hard to tell from up here, but it was very close, whatever it was. Let's see what the line judges say.
I called it short. You couldn't see it?
The line judge couldn't see it.
Short.
And one of the line judges
He
calls
didn't
it
see
short.
it. I called it short. Your linesman agreed. Short ball. Second serve.
Okay.
A lot of
Second
confusion
serve.
here. We're still on second serve.
Well taken shot there. Kevin nearly got his hand to it, but just kind of skipped away from it at the last second.
Cork settled down.
18 serving 12.
I've got 3 aces to creep slightly closer to the first game win.
You see them changing their serves up, now hitting a few of them down to Kevin instead of aiming for that right corner. It'd be very hard to keep that consistency up now. It's aiming for the same panel every single time. It's all great if it works out for you, but as you start to get tired, there's a bit of pressure mounts on you in the game. Well,
great shot there.
Pressure doesn't seem to matter to Michael Hedigan right now with a shot like that.
19
Beautiful.
He's
serving
not having
12.
the same problems as Daniel over on that side.
Reserve it. Check the ball.
Daniel, I think
Slightly frustrated.
I think he mishit that one, what frustrated a little bit rather than what Paul himself. Don't think Paul did much wrong there.
2 serves, 19-12.
Daniel gets another chance here on this.
Oh, really, really well taken there.
Paddle roll out there.
And yet we have not seen any
20,
tomahawks
game
yet.
ball, serving 12.
I won't say it's disappointing, but maybe soon.
Dr. Tomahawk isn't in the office today, perhaps.
Right away.
No. Dr. Tomahawk just struggling with that last one there. It was a strong shot into the left corner.
12 serving 20.
Kevin, and unlike I suppose the previous few shots where they left Daniel in front court, you do need to force him back and force him moving to give yourself a
Second
chance.
hand.
You get a nice defensive shot there. And Kevin serve.
12-20.
Just about tips the ball up. Good serve from Paul. Dirty one from Michael, but
Arc.
this time he gets the
Just
ball
misses
out right.
just a little bit. There's another ace for Kildare.
13 serving 20.
They're creeping ever closer to them now.
I don't know, was he trying to go for it, but it didn't quite work out that time for him on the tomahawk.
No, and it's another point for Kildare. This game isn't over yet.
14 serving 20. Short ball. Second serve.
Just getting a lot of balls just going around the walls here when Michael goes for it. And he puts that one away.
Michael to take,
Well away.
Right away.
get him back into serve. Just the second game of the day, we've already
20
seen
game
Clare
ball, serving
defeat
14.
Wexford, and the winners of this game, I believe, face the winners of the next game on here
First
today.
game, lads.
There's another strong serve from Michael Hedigan to close it out.
Kildare will have serve in the second. 2 minutes.
First
Quite an
game
enjoyable first game, Bosco.
was, they kind of went back and forth. Cork had momentum early in the middle part of the game, then Kildare came back into it, and seemed like maybe they were going to pull a surprise in Cork with a comeback, but towards the end there, Cork settled down again, and some good kills, and took the game. So they'll be hoping to, I suppose, start and finish like they did in the last game. Kildare will be hoping that they don't let Cork get quite as far ahead in the game. So we'll see shortly what will be coming up in the second game.
Yeah, and sometimes at the end of one game, one team tends to run away with the momentum, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. It seems to be ebbing and flowing a lot here. Kildare were still clawing their way back into that towards the end there, so we'll wait and see. Are Cork going to run away with this second game, or are Kildare going to put up a serious fight and push a tiebreaker?
It does, like a lot of that game seemed to come down to the serve, and when Cork had good serves going and consistent serves. Kildare were under a lot of pressure, and Cork really got a lot of aces out of that. When the serve maybe deteriorated slightly, Kildare came back into it, so Cork will be wanting to settle down again and get those serves going, keep them consistent, and I think if they do that, I think they can progress here. But they won't want to give Kildare a chance at all. We saw a couple of serves there from Cork were a bit loose, and they were punished quite comprehensively from by Paul or Kevin.
As I say, no rest for the wicked. We're less than 30 seconds away from game 2 here. Do you think Kildare will be happy with how that went for them, all things considered? What did they finish on there? 14, I believe.
14 or 15. You can't say.
I mean, you're getting intermediate doubles finalists getting 14 aces in the first game against last year's All-Ireland doubles finalists. So
yeah, no, Kildare are no strangers to the senior scene. Perhaps not in doubles, but in singles. They both have over the years played quite a lot of senior tournaments and
check the ball.
have good experience playing these type of players.
Second game, Kildare to
Kevin,
serve.
I believe is in around the top 10 or 12 in Ireland in the rankings, and Paul,
serving zero.
The last few years maybe hasn't played as many tournaments. Definitely a few years ago he was consistent with those as well, and I think even Daniel and Michael both experienced quite comprehensive losses to Paul in golden gloves and such, so they may still be intermediate players by grade, but they definitely have a lot of experience at senior, which I suppose is a big help to them in games like this.
Yeah, well, Paul certainly showed his quality in that first game there, hitting some fantastic serves, really earning some points for Kildare there.
Second serve.
Gavin just going to alter things a little bit for his second serve here. It was close, but it worked out very well.
So it was a very aggressive serve for a second goal, but
well, sometimes you just have to go for it.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him, I'm afraid, but Paul caught it in his hand, but couldn't get enough on it to get it on the wall. Because sometimes one of the most frustrating shots that you can have. Michael is liking that left corner a bit today. He's done that kill a couple of times.
He has indeed. He's gone back to that serve again. Let's see.
And it is quite hard when you're on the right with those kind of kills from Michael. It is actually kind of hard to judge what way the ball is going to come out when it's going glass first. Especially, I suppose, the opposite way to the most natural kill. So that can be catching Paul out as well when he's watching Michael kill him.
Daniel's serve just going between the two players, but Kildare deal with it well and they win the day here.
Usually with this Cork game, usually Daniel has the more consistent serve and the more threatening serve, but early on in the first game it looks like Michael has settled into his serve a lot more, and they're reaping the benefits from his serve more than Daniel's so far.
They seem to be. Let's see how that continues for the rest of this game. Kildare just unlucky with that shot there, yeah. Still have their second hand to go, so let's see.
They do need to keep those to the minimum if they do want to come back into this game.
Sharp ball.
Referee calling a short there. Let's see.
Sharp ball.
Will we have an appeal? We do.
Maybe thought it was good myself, but
thought it was good. Two serves.
Both line judges disagree with the referee, so we think we'll have two serves here.
Check it.
Maybe replaying it again.
Reserve.
You had a few replays in this second game, maybe. Not many in the first game.
Well got.
Daniel. Nice and cool.
It's one thing picking something, but then when Daniel Redlan's on the other side of it.
1-0.
It's easy to say from out here, but if you are picking like that, you need to be doing something more with it, I suppose. Good kill there from Michael. And
lovely soft hands from Michael there on that kill.
2-0.
To let it float into the corner.
Michael does have the ability to, when the ball is kind of hip height, to reach his body up and get over the top of it and kill it into the corner that maybe not everyone would be able to do.
It's a lovely dive from Daniel there.
Re-kill
Yeah.
and a dive. I'm sure the floor is hopping afterwards. It is incredibly hard to play in Liscar Alley after Daniel has been there. So there's sweat covering quite an area in the alley.
Yeah. I think he's just getting a little close for comfort there.
Trying to pull out the tomahawk, but he couldn't quite clip that left side wall that he's known for with it.
Sharp ball.
Yeah, the Cork players called their own one there. I believe the ref was slow to call it because perhaps he couldn't see it behind the Kildare players, but in fairness, the Cork men raised their hands. That's a very different serve we're seeing from Michael there. Haven't seen that all day. Let's see if it works
Kevin,
out.
he didn't quite go for it as much on the second serve. But Cork is still in it. Kevin with a chance to finish it, but
just struggling to get there. He seemed to pause at the last second there, like he didn't think he was going to reach it, but then realised he could.
I don't know, did he think Michael was going to go for her? Did he think the ball was going to come back quite as far as it did?
It's a tricky one off the back wall now. Very tricky.
Michael is pushing himself a bit.
I think it's an underrated shot in handball hitting the roof and then down off that back wall on the glass. If you're not used to it, very hard to scoop it up.
Especially in a fast alley like this.
Absolutely. In a fast alley and in a fast game and senior doubles.
Serve there for Kevin.
Really strong serve. Michael was struggling to get his hand to it.
1 serving 3.
So at the early stages of this game, both teams just kind of trading blows, it seems. Kevin going for that, but he still put this one away. Michael might just get a hand to it, he does. And Kevin just puts it away, nice and softly. Really well done. It might be a little wet in the ground here that they need to dry up, but...
I wipe that floor, Kevin.
Sometimes people fall into the trap of trying to absolutely hammer every kill, and sometimes it can be hard to slow yourself down in the game and just take it slowly and be calm and collected, and a nice soft kill into the corner.
Absolutely, it was some lovely,
more effective and
surprise
the opponents.
Lovely calm and clever play from Kevin there to do that. But yeah, still trading blows on this initial stage. Nobody running away with it in the early stages.
Seem to be figuring each other out again at the start of the second game.
Check it.
Both trying to get back into their groove again.
Yeah, bit of fatigue might be sitting in for both sides now, so maybe those power serves aren't coming off as well as they were in the first game. But let's see. Sometimes another jolt of energy comes later on in game 2.
Tough shot into the corner, but Michael seems to be doing okay with those so far today. Across the way is there from Cork. Both seemed unsure who was going for it, Daniel. Again trying to pull out the tomahawk, but it doesn't quite work.
But it just needed to be left to Michael to push it down the side there for a nice pass shot.
And again, nice and easy, just
2 serving 3.
Directed it more than hit it. It worked out very well.
Return just about hitting the side ball now. Daniel going for a bit of a chaos shot, but Kevin reads it well off the back wall. Lovely shot. Kevin's very happy with that. You see him fist pump in the air there.
Together at 3.
Kevin, I think, is trying to rile up Kildare a little bit here. Let's see how it goes.
Even scores here early in the second game now.
A very tricky shot into that glass there.
Clipped it into that corner, and Paul couldn't see which way it was going.
As I said at the start, I don't know how the players deal with the camera being in the corner of your eye going into that corner. So it's very, very tricky to do.
We'll just set up here now.
Just too much power out there for Kevin to get a hand to it.
Went for a bit of a pass instead of a kill, and
4 serving 3.
Power on it. Kevin just couldn't like flick it back up.
Kevin opts his roof shots here, slowed this rally down a little bit, but here we go. And Paul just gets it up on the walls. Michael put it away.
You have to do more with that against the likes of Daniel, I'm afraid.
Having said that, I think Kildare had the chance to pick that ball at the end there. Daniel probably didn't put it down the way he wanted to, but all the same, it worked out for him.
I think he had him pinned slightly with their positioning as opposed. They couldn't react quick enough.
That ball just falling short for Kevin there, so Cork earned another mark out of it. Michael is again going for that consistent right corner.
Cork have
another short hitting out
Second
there.
serve.
They have been able today, once Kildare come closer and come level, that they have got those couple of aces again to get their lead again.
Yeah. Kevin just cut across him there at the end there.
You can't advance yourself and take away a shot.
Bit of a rush of blood to head from Kevin.
7 serving 3.
Should have stayed where he was, and
Yeah. Tricky to do in the heat of battle there when everything's moving so quickly. But
want to give yourself a better shot next time. But
but just that key bit about the avoidable rule, it's nothing to do with intention. I'm sure Kevin didn't mean to get in his way there, but as the rule states, if you could have been somewhere else, you need to stay in that other place. Kevin, in fairness, not arguing with the referee's decision. I think he understands the rule quite well.
8 serving 3.
Crossing the ball is just one of those.
8.
Michael tried to argue another race. He'll take everything he can get, Michael.
Yeah. But just in general throughout the games, it kind of seems that Cork are finding those aces a little easier to come by than Kildare. Kildare seem to be having to work very hard to earn their aces.
Reserve it.
So that's a good example of just being unable to move because not knowing what way your
3.
opponent is coming from. So that example is not unavoidable.
Sharp ball. Second serve.
They have struggled to get that serve down the right going in this game quite as much, but they're still getting aces. Michael seems to be handling the ones around the corner in the right corner, but he's struggling with those straight ones off the back wall that are hitting the roof beforehand. So maybe Kildare might target that as something to get a bit more joy out of in this game.
And let's see how risky is Daniel going to go with this one. Reasonably safe.
Not hugely, but it still works out.
Worked out for him, yeah. Kevin just struggled to get a hand to it the way he wanted to.
9 serving 3.
Power just caught Kevin. Got him before he realised. That time Michael having not as much trouble.
Yeah, lovely straight back ball for him.
10 serving 3.
And again, just after Kildare drew level, Cork 7 aces, and suddenly they have a gap opened up again. And they have been able in this game anyways to just hit those. That's a great serve from Daniel.
Fantastic serve, yeah.
They've been able to hit those bursts of form to just keep themselves, do enough to get themselves ahead and keep themselves ahead.
All doing well to get that one. Came on properly. Oh, what a beautiful left hand kill there from Daniel.
It's your first of the second game. Score coming back at be 12 serving 3. 1 minute.
So Cork in another burst of a lot of aces now to put Kildare under a lot of pressure to drag themselves back into this game, but we saw them doing it in the last game. It'll take a lot of energy from them, but it is very possible for them to drag themselves back in.
Yeah, but if Cork keep serving as they are and keep that consistency, Kildare will find it hard to get back into this game. Cork in the first game as well went on quite a run, 13 aces in a row. I think they're on 10 aces in a row at the minute. I think it's 13-3 roughly, but those kind of runs are helping them a lot. And Kildare need to find a way to
1 minute.
Stop those
Sorry,
bursts of
30
aces.
seconds.
Or Ref Gaffney getting a bit confused with time.
You see Kildare just liaising with themselves there. Do you think they're going to change up their tactics in any way here to try and drag themselves into it, or will they continue with what they know?
I think maybe on returning the serve, maybe slow it down a bit and maybe start to play a slow game in response and
okay, lads, resume play.
Cork into thinking about do
Cork to serve.
Or do they
Score is
fall
12
back on what they
serving
do,
3.
but,
Play ball.
at the minute they're just really really struggling to impose themselves on Cork serve. Cork are reaping the benefits of that and getting a lot of aces.
Yeah, Cork are really dictating the pace of the game right now, aren't they? Lovely get from Michael in the corner. Oh, great get there from
A great shot from Michael. Yeah, you can see a lot of the times maybe Kevin and Paul are just struggling to get the ball up on the wall, and a bit more than Cork are. And
free serving 12.
Let's see here. Kevin looks.
Set your feet and get a right shot on it in there.
Kevin's continuing with the power serves anyway, so let's see how it works out for him. Bit of a trademark scoop from Michael there.
Paul able to finish it off.
Mark.
I thought perhaps someone might appeal that serve, but maybe I'm wrong. Vice deceiving me from back here.
Yes,
So
yeah.
power serve working.
Kind of maybe looked a bit like a clipped the short line.
Thank you.
No.
Mark.
Great sporting gesture from Daniel there, calling the double hop on himself.
Bit of a loose return from Michael there, about Paul to get in and get the kill.
5 serving 12.
Kevin has switched away from the power serve, and particularly in doubles, power serve it really has to be perfect if you're going to score aces off it. Sometimes moving your opponents or putting the ball in between two of them, causing a bit of confusion is a better option. Kevin maybe trying to switch to that now.
There was another attempt at the tomahawk there, but I think he knew as soon as the ball left his hand it wasn't working out.
6 serving 12.
Those shots haven't quite been coming off with Daniel here today, and I think he actually got the quarter-final last year against the Functions where he really got known for that shot. He had quite a couple that really came off, but today they're not.
No,
A great passing shot there.
7 serving 12.
Maybe starting to creep back into the game.
They are absolutely with 7-12 now. They're really putting marks on the board, and they're starting to come a little bit easier to them. As I was saying earlier, in general they've been hard to come by for them, but
Second hand.
and just as I say that, Daniel puts away a lovely kill into the left corner with his left hand.
7 serving 12.
There has been sometimes maybe where Paul is kind of just tapping the ball up onto the wall, and
Check it.
if you're giving Daniel those kind of chances,
2
you're
serves.
not going to be staying in the rally very long after that, most of the time.
Another clever shot from Paul there, though. Just a little paddle, a little bit of softness to the shot. If he had hit it even a little bit harder, Daniel would have got to it. Very clever and composed play from him.
Yeah, sometimes you can, in those situations, you can get caught in a battle of just kind of blasting it back at each other, and just maybe take someone to take a second, either calmly kill the ball or force it past the other person instead of trying to overpower them at the front of the court.
Absolutely. Well, I think at this stage of the second game now we might see a little bit of fatigue creeping in on both sides. As I said, Kildare had that game last night, as Kevin said to me on his way in, only 12 hours rest, and then of course Cork had the very long journey from Liscarroll to get
Scores
here.
8 serving 12.
So let's see how the stamina holds up now in the closing stages.
Check it.
And indeed, if a tiebreaker is to be needed,
Second serve.
it'll really be a test of mettle then and of endurance.
Oh, sorry. 2 serves. My bad.
Cork getting confused between two.
Mark.
Having said that, it was a very strong roof shot there, lovely
It was
left
hard to return
overhand.
even if you were in position.
A great left overhand shot from Paul. And
9 serving 12.
for most of the game, he's been staying on the right hand side, but Kevin needed him over on the left there. So it's good teamwork, good calling, and a really strong shot. And there's another one followed up with it. Lovely corner shot.
Mark.
Kildare haven't gone away.
10 serving 12.
Last few aces Cork aren't quite imposing themselves on Kildare's serve.
Paul just struggling to get his hand to it at the angle that he wanted there. The ball kind of cutting across him. Let's see
12
now.
serving 10.
Michael's going to continue his consistent serve down the right.
Unfortunately for Kildare, it was kind of a soft way to give up the serve when they were doing so well. Daniel again trying to go for a tomahawk and just not.
He has There's a shot off the back wall here.
Left side wall with us yet. Michael with
Very
that
clever shot there.
left corner shot again. I don't think Paul would see it until it nearly gone past him. It is hard to judge the ball when it hits that
13
side wall first.
10.
Absolutely.
You lose it slightly, and half a second it takes to find the ball again. It's gone past you. Michael with a chance here now. Goes for the pass again. Paul couldn't get it back up.
Mark.
And again, just when Kildare seem to be getting close to
14
Cork, maybe we can get back
10.
in and start to get those couple of aces to push themselves further.
Yeah, as I said, just
Further out again. Tough shot for Daniel, but great finish.
again, they seem to just be getting these aces with far more ease than Kildare were. They rack up a quick lead all of a sudden.
Daniel did well to slow himself down and calm himself down on that back wall shot instead of rushing it and just trying handed it. He killed it nicely, and even though it was a difficult position.
And comes back around to Michael. Oh, poor Paul gets a bang in the head there. Michael just frustrated that he hit the man on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had
15
it's always hard in doubles, and warming up in doubles is incredibly hard. There's very little space in there.
Mark.
We have had quite a few replays here today, players hitting each other.
Yeah, well, a little let off for Cork there now. Paul really needed push them out with a kill that was just inches off. And there's a nice pick from Michael. And Paul's pushing it down the right. Kevin did well to get his hand to that.
You see it there, just Cork there, their clubmates as well, and they've been playing together for probably over 10 years, since probably more, since they were children, and they understand each other very well.
Absolutely, it seems to be seamless when they have to move over in different sides.
They understand very well what, for the most part, what shots each other are going to take, and what shots each other are strong at. They do complement each other quite a bit.
Absolutely. Daniel's expressing a bit of frustration at missing that last shot, but he still has his serve to go. And they are well positioned to take this second game if they keep up this momentum.
Michael that time not letting it to the back wall to give himself trouble.
Oh, and a lovely kill from Daniel there.
Cork there is nearly fighting for the ball, but Daniel Jen finishes it off.
17 serving 10.
And again they've got that burst.
And there's another excellent serve there, straight into that glass. Just a little bit of spin on it just to take it away at the last second.
And when Cork have hit those purple patches, Kildare just don't seem to know what to do to stop it, I suppose. Or
absolutely.
Cork aren't letting them stop it either.
Well, it's hard to stop a freight train when it's coming at you. He has indeed. He creeps ever closer to closing this match out. Some more really strong serves. Paul doing very well to get a hand to that one. There's not a lot you can do with a serve like that, though, when it comes at you at that speed, that precision.
I'll reserve it, lads.
I think that's a fair call from the referee
just
there. Yeah,
pulled out of the way. I'll reserve it.
A little bit. It was harmless enough. No malintent there. It's been a lovely sporting game so far, actually. There's been no major arguments much. I know it was the one avoidable call, but even then it was accepted without any argument.
Cork pairing didn't particularly look for us. It was just as a result of what happened in the rally.
That ball just skipping up now, and then Cork are only 1 point away here.
And again, just a barrage of aces altogether. Cork really going on bursts in this game instead of maybe not looking for that consistency throughout that they might like, but I'm sure they'll take the win anyway it comes. Move on to the next stage. They have 2 weeks to prepare.
Let's see. They're going to close this rally out. Kevin's certainly trying his best.
Right,
Paul, he nearly got to it. Nearly got to it. He really wanted him to get that shot. But yeah, a strong out performance there from Cork. I think.
Yeah,
I know you're perhaps a little bit biased there, but genuine All-Ireland contender still, Bosco.
Yes, so this was the last couple of years they have been one of the strongest doubles pairing in the sport, and probably more known for their doubles prowess than maybe the singles until perhaps the last year. They got to the final last year. They got in Broadford before Christmas. They got to the final there as well, and almost had a 2-hour game against Robbie McCarthy and David Walsh, and just fell short in that. So yeah, they are quite a formidable pairing, and will be take quite a good pairing, playing well to beat him this year again.
And as for Kildare, that performance there will leave them in good stead for the rest of the intermediate championship.
It will. I suppose their only concern might be that when the other team got on top, that there was a lot of aces in a row. But if they can sort that they did show glimpses during that game that they are able to trouble even the top players. So they'll hope to take a bit out of that game. They'll be fresh for their All-Ireland semi-final in 2 weekends' time. They won't have any games before now after being knocked out here. And they'll go into that. I believe they're facing Ulster opposition. I'm not quite sure who, but they'll go into confident enough that they can perform in this alley and perform well, and have every chance again of being back in the final and go one step further compared to last year.
Good stuff, and we see now Wicklow taking the court to warm up for the next game. Níos Cliffy ag seach the new Bosco, so
yeah, Shin Jared and Dara Cliha in new. So big made the rash Galua and trio Cliha.
Fanlin.